I'm sorry I have to be the one to tell you this, but you're never going to be good enough according to that inner judge that lives within every single one of us. The inner judge is the one that constantly is seeking and desiring to be better and better all the time, to the point where it is shaming us from just being who we are right now. There is nothing wrong with striving for more, but this judge shames us consistently all the time, telling us that we should be making more money, that we should be more attractive, that our body needs to be a bit better than it is. Maybe need a new relationship, or we need a relationship, or we need to be single. There's all this constant chatter all the time to be better, 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 more productive, to have our days filled to the brim with tasks and things. And maybe then that will satisfy the judge. Maybe then, when we have everything checked off the checklist, the judge will be satisfied. No matter if all of our dreams are manifest, the judge still isn't going to be happy, isn't going to be content. It's going to find other things to nitpick about. So that is why it is so important for us to decenter perfection in our lives, because we're never going to be this perfect version that our judge wants us to be. We as humans are perfectly imperfect, as our bodies are helping us so much to just stay alive. And that is perfect. But the judge doesn't see that. It just sees all of our flaws, all of our insecurities, low self-esteem from childhood. It takes all of those insecurities that it sees from picking on us when we were children. The judge comes from a very specific place within us, and it has a very specific reason for existing. In this video, we're going to break that down, and so we can neutralize that judge, and so we can live as a perfectly imperfect person, the type of person that is constantly striving for more, but is at peace with who we are right now and who we strive to be more like. My name is Antonia, and I specialize in helping others release limiting beliefs, bad habits, and certain anxieties in order to embody the best versions of themselves with hypnotherapy. If you're interested in booking one-on-one sessions with me, I will link that below. The reason why this judge is here to try to protect us. That's the illusion that it has, that if we are perfect in every single way, then the world may not be able to hurt us. For example, if you are the perfect girlfriend or the perfect boyfriend, you're the most beautiful, intelligent person, if you're rich, you have a amazing body, all of these things. If you have it all, according to the judge, then your ego may think that it's going to be a lot harder for me to get hurt because I'm perfect. Nothing can go wrong. Or for example, having to have everything in life figured out right now. Because if everything isn't figured out right now, then things could start going wrong. You could start losing money. There could be a disaster that happens that you don't have enough to get by. If you're not pretty enough, you might not be able to attract a partner, and that would mean that you're alone. It's stemming from fear of all of these different insecurities that live within us. And most of them come from childhood and our younger versions. What we can do about this to turn it around and to actually expand our growth and to help us become the most evolved versions of ourselves is to Imagine ourselves as that 5-year-old version, 10, 15, whichever version of yourself from your past that you have the most compassion and love for. I want you to imagine them. And as you're imagining them, I want you to bring the awareness to yourself in knowing that they were just doing the best that they could. They just wanted to be safe and to be loved and to be happy. They were always doing the best that they could at the times that they could, with the knowledge that they had from your parents. When you are being a critic to yourself, the judge is your inner critic, yet it is the part of you that is trying to protect you. So I also want you to give compassion to that inner critic. That inner critic is trying to keep you safe. So I want you to send your gratitude to this inner critic, this judge that lives within you. Anytime that inner judge comes up from now on, I want you to acknowledge its existence, that it's here, but it's here to try to protect you. After you acknowledge its existence, I want you to send it loving compassion for the work it's trying to do. And instead of internalizing that criticism and that inner judgment and shame, you instead can listen to the parts of you that it wants to fix or to be better. Take note of that, because there might be some truth in that desire to be better in certain aspects, and it can really help you evolve to the best version of yourself. You do not want to evolve from a place of shame, guilt, and fear. You want to evolve from a place of abundance and a place of expansion. Anytime that inner judge comes up, remind yourself of that younger you. They're doing the best that they can. And that younger you is still you. That version of you lives within you right now. You're both in it together. So how can you support that younger you at bringing yourself up instead of pushing both of you down? Because harshly judging yourself is only going to lead to more shame in the long run. And you're never going to be deeply satisfied and fulfilled. You'll be deeply satisfied and fulfilled when it comes from a place of love and compassion for those younger versions of you. For example, I like to tune into what my younger versions of me would want for my life. How would my younger versions want to feel, to be, to live? And I tap into that. And I listen to those younger versions of me. And I help us make that happen because we're in it together. I actually also keep a photo of me as a child as my lock screen on my phone. So every time I open up my phone, if I ever have a harsh, judging feeling about myself, I can be reminded of that younger me. I want to make her proud. And I want you to make the younger versions of you proud in the same way, from a place of love and compassion, from a place of a loving grandmother. That sort of energy. I want you to harness that loving compassion towards those younger versions of you. Anytime the judge comes up in your life, I want you to take note as well, like I said previously, but also practice gratitude and compassion but also practicing gratitude and noticing all of the things that you love about yourself. Take note of that. And the longer that you acknowledge when this inner critic is coming up and do the steps as I told you previously, that is how we can quiet the judge. And now anytime certain feelings come up about being a better versions of ourselves, They come from a place of love and compassion instead of a place of criticism. Thank you so much for watching. If you're interested in one-on-one hypnotherapy sessions, I'll have the discovery call link below, and I will see you soon.